Hello, my name's Alex Dovey and I'm from Professional Energy Services. We are putting out a short video today in response to the recent ruling by Ofgem that they will not be mandating the adoption of the RECO Code of Practice for TPIs and brokers. For some time now there's been a call for regulation on third-party intermediaries, consultancies and brokers. And this is understandable as the industry has progressed and more entrants have come along. Some malpractice did seem to enter into the market. Although from my personal point of view it did seem a lot like horse stable, and that a lot of the historic main offenders don't really seem to be operating in the market at the moment. That could be a naive view from me. But by and large, it does appear as though, from our side certainly, that the market seems to have cleared out a fair bit from a lot of this. That doesn't mean that malpractice doesn't happen. Of course it does. But does it happen systematically as the rule of thumb? I'm not quite sure about that. We've always operated a consultancy and an open book policy, which meant that transparency was something that we'd always really put a keen emphasis on. Code of practices have also been available on a voluntary basis from a number of sources for well over a decade, and I suppose it always boils down to the companies that don't follow the codes of practice. If they don't follow due process and they don't trade fairly, then they're not going to trade fairly whether there's regulation in place or not. That doesn't mean to say that there shouldn't be regulation. Ofgem cited the reason for not taking up the mandating the code of practice was because that they don't actually have the authority to do so. My personal opinion is that regulation is something that I think it has a place within any industry, notwithstanding any overreach. Markets still have to be free to trade with one another, and due diligence is also, to a degree, on the client as well. Regulation, when it is imposed, I believe should be done centrally without the interests of private companies, with an oversight centrally and governmentally. Be interested to understand other people's points of view on this. But from our point of view, anything that results in improved practices and ethics within our industry is a good thing. We just need to make sure that whatever does get implemented, when it does get implemented, is done in a fair, transparent and public manner. Thank you very much.